had a mother who wasn't sure of her power in this world. Now I look at all the mothers and wonder, do you know, will you teach her how to be? Will she remember she is free? Will she treasure the goddess within? And the goddess beneath her precious feet. Gaia, we call your name. Gaia, forgive these acts of shame. Oh Gaia, we stand ready to proclaim our love, our willingness to change. I had a father who thought he was sure of his power in this world. We watched the fathers blindly follow the American dream. Will the son remember what it means to be free? Will he treasure the goddess within? And the goddess beneath his precious feet. Gaia, we call your name. Gaia, forgive these acts of shame. Oh Gaia, we stand ready to proclaim our love, our willingness to change. Guide us back to harmony, Gaia, our mother.
It is I, the truth of your being. There has been a sense of time, considerable time, that there has been a disconnect from the mother, the goddess, the natural. And it is true. From the human perspective, if one does see and perceive this imbalance, it has been for some a sense of eternity, this chasm between humanity and the sense of value and worth, truth, peace, abundance, and the balance of all. How to communicate the missing piece from a humanity that is conditioned to believe that this connection to the earth, to the natural world, is irrelevant. There is such an attachment to authority in the world that there is no sense of connection to what is authored from within and employed into the world. This is the magnetic shift, if you will. To return, to recall this magnetic energy within, to remember what it feels like, so that it may move within this river of love, pure wisdom, pure understanding, pure grace, to let it move within, purifying, releasing, healing the past, a way of being that lost its connection. The stories can be interesting, dramatic, even entertaining when you look back at your history. But that history was simply observing how human consciousness evolves without this connection, this inner connection to grace. And you are coming to a time, a reckoning, if you will, whereby it is made clear that the earth cannot proceed under these circumstances and will not proceed along these lines, along these lines of history. This is not representative of who you are and how you were created. You were created whole. If you are dedicated to restoring the balance of the earth, the balance of your hearts connected to the earth, if you are interested in restoring balance, if you are interested in balanced, healthy communication with other human beings, there is a way. At this timing on planet Earth, You are using your voices, as you say, to make your concerns known through activism. But what is active within you? Do you have your full power to employ? Do you have your whole voice in these times? You see, there is no way to win when you are arguing from a place of limited consciousness. This is not a judgment. This is not intended to create a response within you that is one of belittling or shame. There is no reprimand here for the past. What is here and now is an invitation to restore your wholeness. And all that is required is your presence. So understand that while you are passionately giving voice to your concerns in the outer world, you are still in the outer world with your consciousness, with only half a voice. You are still in the virtual reality where heart and soul and the feminine, the mother, is not considered real. She is real. She calls to you now to embody her so that you may experience true, whole power. But you must prepare your vessels for this energy. It is understood that you cannot imagine what this looks like or feels like. So you may push it away because there is no outer world definition for it. You will be the outer world definition for this presence with the power of the presence. But you have been taught that this is ungrounded and ethereal. There is nothing more grounded than embodying the mother, the natural world, and your natural state. That is where your power lies. And you may continue to dismiss this message. You may continue to try and figure out how to resolve your problems from within a virtual reality existence. And you will discover that you cannot resolve the problems within a system that created it by its very nature of being disconnected and devaluing the feminine. One must feel in order to experience this restoration in consciousness. And once this balance becomes aligned within the consciousness and engaged with your outer world experience, you will remember everything that you have forgotten. Everything that has not made sense in the past, that you were taught to then project because there was no answer within you. All of what you have been projecting into your outer world and onto outer world authority, or even heavenly authority for that matter, all of this will be returned to you, restored within your consciousness. You will be whole. And it will take some reorienting. But as you say, that is more of the fun part. To reorient together in community, collectively. To balance with the earth and restore your home simply by restoring yourselves. Everything is a reflection of your own consciousness. Do not concern yourself with collective consciousness until you feel realigned with the rest of your own individual consciousness and connection with the universal and with the earth that you stand upon. Now, the sciences will tell you that this is ridiculous, this is ethereal, this is ungrounded. Of course they do. They are entrained to viewing reality in the world with a very small portion of their consciousness active. It is all consciousness. And the sooner that you can come to the center of yourself and offer yourself on this altar, at least be willing to receive more input, more data that comes in the form of energy. Learn. Remember how to restore your own divinity simply through surrender. Trust. A willingness to feel. Firstly, the willingness to feel what stands in your way from radiating this love into your world. Take responsibility for your own wounds, your own misunderstandings. It is not a statement being given here that says you are responsible for the wounding. You are responsible to see it and to understand that by holding on to it, you block this resonant energy from the earth and from the stars, from your Creator. And your Creator is light. And it is a perfect blend of your masculine and feminine energies. No separation of such. You are being invited now, at this timing, to restore this balance within you and to remember your connection to your Creator and to be your Creator in form, which is what was intended from the beginning. If you feel any stirring within in listening to these words, do follow that thread of feeling. Allow it to lead you through this change, this shift, this memory in your bodies, in your cells. Allow this magnetic energy to restore. For it will. You may know love again. Mostly, what humanity has been calling love is not love. That is the number one misunderstanding and projection from your limited view. Love is embodied, and love is shared. Restore your consciousness and live. Truly live. And you cannot know what this looks like or feels like or how it progresses. There is no science that will tell you this, for they do not understand it. But you will be the living proof by embodying it and being it in the world, thereby rapidly changing your world. Now, those who still do not feel resonant with messages such as this, you will understand through the choices that you make in these times. You are all making this choice now to continue in the world as you have known it, whether you want to be a part of changing it or not, you will understand on a deeper level as you are pushed within in every step of the way. You will be pushed within to discover this truth about who you are. It may mean more limitation for you. It may mean that which you are angry at and judge will seem to have more and more power over you, losing what you call your rights, your freedoms. For if you choose to remain at a standoff and in a fight and in an argument with that you claim is the evil, then that is what you will continue to do, for there is no way out with limited consciousness and awareness. There is no way out of what you have created with very little awareness of the power of who you are. But it needs to be embodied. It needs to be claimed at this time. So at the very least, pray in the moment. I am here. I choose to feel the love that I am. I surrender to this love. I surrender to this power that I am. And even though I may not understand how it works, I trust that I am loved. And I trust that I have abilities. I have the capacity to help in these times, to restore myself and restore my world. I am here, and I choose love. Show me how I may heal and make way for this presence, this I am that is within me, and has the extraordinary power to recreate this entire reality with the earth. There is more that will be shared. It will match your willingness and receptivity to love. It will match, and it will lead you into further grace. At the pace in which you choose. But understand, at the first feeling of discomfort and fear of what you have been keeping underneath, hidden away from your own sight, your own perceptions, because it was not welcome in this virtual reality. You must feel it. It will not destroy you. You may feel pain, you may feel fear, but in continuing to choose love, it transforms into the light. And then you are able to receive more and more of this grace. There is a power in this grace that you do not understand in this moment. And that is all right. It is being held for you by other humans and your angels, as you say. This is the time for you to take responsibility for being this love now. And you are never alone. Never. Are you ready to proceed? Are you ready to feel who you are? And that is all that is required, is a yes. Not one yes, but in every moment you become aware, I am here. I am ready to be that love. Yes. Now.
Guide us back to harmony. Guide